Welcome to the show, everybody. This is Wish and Whale. I'm your host, Wish. I want everyone to feel welcomed. Today's topic is energy, as it turns out. Energy. It's a funny question. Where does it come from? Do we have enough of it? What are we doing with the energy? Why is it in motion like that? Or how does it affect us like this? And what are the repercussions and what goes on? And I think the energy really kind of answers itself. It's an answer in itself. In that regard, it basically, when you get energy from a resource, you say to yourself, okay, well, this has to be reinvested to get more energy. It has to be invested, proliferated, back into the field, and I think the energy is something that's always going to be there. It's always going to be, a part of life. It's not something that you can do without, really, because you don't really thrive on energy. You guide it. It's something that's in the palm of your hand. Energy is not something that you have to go very far for. It's something that basically is a rude awakening. In the depths of a morning, what I'm saying, where you would need some kind of threshold of progression, and a counter, a tick, to basically say to yourself, this is how it's gonna be, traced out. Energy, when we go to find energy, when we find energy alternatives and solutions to supply and demand issues, we as scientists, as people, as good Samaritans, we put our heads together and we come up with ways to makeshift the energy grid and proliferate, and regulate, and ascertain a better handle on the energy that's being spent. Isn't that kind of an interesting point, though? I mean, the energy that's in the grid right now that's being used is actually the grid itself. Only because, energy, electricity, at least in my knowledge, where it is, it's where it's being used. It's not really in a place where it's being stored, or it's not, it doesn't move very slow, is what I'm saying. So if you're using it, that's exactly where it would be. Well, the energy grid, and finding energy and stuff it's a tried and true method. We've been looking for energy ever since the beginning of time. Since the wheel, since cavemen. We go out there, we forge ahead, for energy, resources, and supplies, and methods and stuff. And why do we do this? I mean, it's just another concept. It's not like life is all about the pursuit of energy, what I'm saying? But it plays a very big role. It's, in all actuality, it's a very big question. I mean, where does the energy come from, and where is it going to come from? Well, I mean, there really is no answer to that. The question is proposed rhetorically as a methodology for a practice or a doctrine. You would say to yourself, okay, well, this question poses a very interesting point. I have to, pursue energy, and find resources and collaborate with others and come to my senses about what I'm gonna do for energy in the future. I mean, me as an individual, right? I don't really pose a very big question when it comes to energy, only because I'm part of a system. I'm part of a society. I don't stick out like a sore thumb when it comes to energy usage. But in the future, that may be a different story. I may have to organize my energy usage and costs and budget myself, only because I would have had more responsibility. More tools often entails more responsibility. So as we find more answers to energy problems and more solutions and innovation of energy consumption and production, production, we start harvesting energy from the sun and things of that nature. It's going to propose a bigger overhead of responsibility. That's why it's important to ask questions like this, because what happens is you become a better manager, you become a better person to budget yourself and to give yourself a decent foothold, a good foot in the door, when you're making the transition between say you had a job at the energy plant, you'd be an employer to employee, and then the next step would be manager. It's that energy is like that too. It's like you find a source, and then you try to harvest it, and then all of a sudden you have to manage it over time, because it becomes a cat and mouse game, doesn't it? You have an energy source that's you can't deplete, but you have to harvest it at the same time. These are very vague examples, but I mean they still kind of ring true to an extent. Your energy comes from the food that is consumed. Doesn't really necessarily come from the materialistic possessions of everyday life. It very scarcely comes from religious experience. But we as individuals put ourselves forth and put ourselves to good work, so we can benefit and control society more and have a better bearing and bead on things. I think that when we go out there and we exercise our occupations, it's not because we want to control people. It's because we want to have a good handle on energy and energy consumption, supply and demand. Intellectual property is a really good aspect of energy control and consumption. You think to yourself, well, what are you doing when you're going about energy? When what's the deal with energy? And it's a cat and mouse game. It's a game of a mousetrap. You basically set up the pins and someone else knocks them down, and it's work. In effect, it's an exchange, but it's more than that. It's communication. You see, you have a progression there. It becomes interesting. Things outside of your aspect of understanding, are basically having an effect on the way that you interact with other people with common interests. Energy is an interesting thing, but what's more interesting is our pursuit therein. I think that when we as a people come together and we overcome obstacles, it's no wonder that energy played a big part in that. Okay, I'm gonna leave you guys with that. That was the third episode of Wishing Well. Hope everybody is enjoying the season so far. It's gonna be 20 episodes. Don't forget, the 21st episode is gonna be the conclusion. I don't really know what I have in store for that. It's gonna be something special though. The next episode, I'm gonna try to have a guest star on the show. So look forward to that. And as always, don't forget to drop a comment, leave a like, and hit the subscribe button so you can stay posted in the latest videos. This has been Wish, your host for Wishing Well, and I want everyone to have a decent, honest, good, holistic day, and have everybody just get together and put your heads together today. Do something that is for the greater good of humanity. Plant a tree, shake someone's hand, give someone $1, do your thing, and have a great day. Peace.